going to go over the kettlebell swing. This is a hip hinge movement, whereas I'm driving my hip back and forward. As opposed to the squat, which is more down and up, I'm going to be deriving most of my power from a pendulum type swing. The kettlebell here is essentially a weight with a handle. I'm going to be doing the two-arm swing, sometimes commonly called the Russian swing. I'll be going through my legs and up to my shoulders. Okay, watch this. As you notice, I'm pulling the weight into my hips, sending my hips backwards. This is two-part. One is creating an angle for me to create some momentum when I go forward. The second is it's loading up my hamstrings, kind of like giant rubber bands, in order to snap forward and push that weight. My shoulders are tight, but not pulled all the way back. I'm holding the kettlebell with two hands. My low back is nice and tight, very similar to the start of the deadlift or the clean. When I start, I'm going to be about half a foot away from the kettlebell. I'm going to enter what we call a hike position. Very similar to the hike in football. It's what this is named after. And I'm going to pull the weight into my hips. I'm going to load the weight into my hips and then stand straight up and squeeze my glutes. This should send the kettlebell up and down. Now what I'm not doing is just using my arms. My arms are not doing any work at all. They are just rotating with the weight. Imagine they're just ropes holding onto the weight. All you're doing is guiding it on the way up. All the power should come from your hips. Also, my abs are nice and tight when I do this, so I'm tense when I grab the kettlebell, I pull in, and I push into my heels when I come up. Here, I'm keeping tense in my abs, and I'm breathing out. And then I breathe in on the way down, get set, and breathe out nice and sharply as it comes up. Sometimes you can be too low with the kettlebell, so you need to keep your hands close to your hips. What you don't want to do is swing too low to the ground. What this will do is pull you out of position. It'll pull you too low. You'll start to round your back. So when you're in the back of the swing, here, you're nice and tight, your chest is up. Okay? Do not let the kettlebell pull you under your legs and round out your back. Next is the American swing. This is a swing commonly found in CrossFit where you're taking the weight and going higher than your shoulders. We'd like to consider anything above the shoulders the American swing. Now there are different degrees of the American swing here at Mountain Strength. Some people do not have the prerequisite shoulder mobility in order to swing a kettlebell all the way overhead. Here's the American swing. Please watch. This is common in CrossFit competitions where the judge is looking for a nice straight line overhead. Here, we are just looking for anything above the crown of the head. So anything above here, we consider the American swing. If you're looking to get good in competition, you're going to be going all the way overhead where the kettlebell is pointed at the ceiling and there's a nice straight line through your body. In the on-ramp program, we're only looking to get to the Russian swing, just to the shoulders. Once you can lift the prerequisite weight, for women it's a 35-pound kettlebell, and for men it's a 53, then you have enough strength to work on everything else with the kettlebell. That has been the kettlebell swing.